So the next thing I'm going to show you how to do is how to add a drop cap. This helps to add emphasis to the start of your article or to the start of a section of an article. So first of all, you come to the place where you want your drop cap to be and you highlight it. I'm going to zoom up here using Control Plus to zoom in so we can see what we're doing. So I'm going to drop my cursor by the C at the start of this, and then I'm going to come up to the paragraph palette. Now this can be found up here once you're in the text tool. It's this backwards key, or you can also find it down the side here. I'm going to tear this off, that's the paragraph palette there. Remember, if anything's missing down the side, you can find it in window as well. So we should be able to find text, we should be able to find it here as well. Type and tables, and there it is hidden in there. So there's 3 ways you can get to it. Paragraph. So again, we clicked by this C, we're going to come over to here, and can you see that there's a big capital letter there? And if we hover over it, it actually says drop cap number of lines. So you can decide how many lines you want your capital letter to drop down. In this case, I'm happy with it dropping down 4 lines. And if I zoom out again, Control minus on your keyboard, you can see that it is there and it's been added. So that's a drop cap. The next thing we're going to do is have a look at how to create a pull-out quote. A pull quote is something that's interesting in the text that you want to make bigger on the page to lure your reader in. So I found a quote in my text up here that I want to use. Let me zoom in and just find it. Control Plus to zoom in, and it was up here somewhere. Okay, so I want this bit here that says it's only Britain that's got a problem with it. So I'm going to copy that, Control C. I'm going to zoom out again. And I'm going to draw myself a new text box and paste in that quote. So a drop quote is normally a lot bigger and it sits within your text. So I'm going to make this a lot bigger. So I'm going to come to my character palette and I'm going to make it 24 point. And then what I'm going to do is drag it over and drop it where I want it to appear in my text. So I want it to appear about there, but what's currently happening is I can see the text from the article behind this box. So now we open a palette that's called Text Wrap. As with everything, you can find it in Window, Text Wrap, or you can find it probably at the side there. So here's the Text Wrap. I'm going to tear that off while I'm using it. And what we need to do now is apply Text Wrap to that box. So I'm going to make sure I'm on the Move tool. I'm going to pick up my box, it's already selected, and I'm going to wrap around the bounding box. And what that is now doing is telling the rest of the text to keep away from that box. And now anywhere that I decide to move that box, the text will move out of the way for it. So even if I wanted to drop it between 2 columns, the text in both of those columns would move out of the way. And that is how you create a pull quote.